This is my Air Arms S510 in 177 sub 12. What I'm going to do is I'm going to test a variety of pellets, starting off from 20 yards, and then we'll push it out to a further distance of 40 yards. But before we do that, I'm going to give this a chrono test just to see how much power it's producing and how many shots it gets out of a 200 bar fill. We are now down at the bench. I've got the FX Chrono on the end of the barrel. I've got some JSB 10.34 grain pellets. We'll see what power it's producing and how many shots we're going to get from this fill. So here we go.
700, 5, 700, 3, 700, 10, 700, 14, 700, 12, 700, 14, 700, 3, 700, 12, 700, 14, 700, 14, 700, 17. 14, 700, 10.
3 magazines down, 30 shots, fill them up, let's go again.
700, 12. 12, 700, 14.
That's 6 magazines, that's 60 shots, still going strong.
700, 14. 700, 1.
That's interesting, that was quite a low shot. That was 70, yeah, just over 70 now.
700, 1. 700, 7. 600, 98.
Here we go, looks like we're dropping off.
600, 98.
So it's going to be around 75 shots, I think.
600, 96. 600, 87.
Yeah, looks like around 75 shots is what I'm getting from this Air Arms S510 with the heavy pellets. So I'm pretty happy with that. I would have liked to have a few more, but it's certainly more than enough when I'm going out rat shooting. Now that the chrono test is done, it's time to set our targets out and we'll see what accuracy we're going to get with a varying array of pellets. There is a slight breeze here just at 20 yards, but this shouldn't really affect any accuracy no matter what pellets I'm using. With my target now out at 20 yards and this whole big bunch of different types of pellets, we're going to see which pellets seem to group the best. "20 yards completed. Just walk down there, we'll go check it out." At 20 yards, there's pretty much nothing in it. The Air Arms Dablo Fields, the QAS Streamline and the QAS Streamline Heavy perform very well, The three worst were probably the JSB Exacts, the Virac F&Ts and the BSA Gold Stars. But the real test will be out at 40 yards. And now we're setting out the target at 40 yards. There is a very slight breeze, but it shouldn't really affect the groups that much. So here we go then, 40 yards. .40-yard test complete. Let's go check out those results, see which pellet fares best. Some rather varying and surprising results, so let's go take a closer look at these. That's all the testing done. At 20 yards there's pretty much nothing in it. Every single pellet at 20 yards can be covered with a 5p piece. So the real test is when you push it out up to 40 yards, and this is where you start to see which pellet this rifle likes. There was a little bit of spread, a tiny bit of a breeze. However, there's two which stood out for me mainly, and that was the air arms, which can very nearly get covered by a 5p piece. But the winner, a very surprising winner, was the QIS 8.48 grains. That is a really good group, and is completely covered by a 5p coin out at 40 yards. And this is the group filmed through my Zulus, showing you in one take how I got that group. The Virac was actually looking pretty good up until its very last shot, and then it just sent that flyer, so unfortunately that one rules that out. And the BSA Gold Stars out at 40 yards are pretty terrible. That's the accuracy and power testing done on my Air Arms S510 in 177 sub 12. This rifle is about 4 years old, so it's not a new rifle. It's certainly been used and abused. I've had a lot of pellets down the barrel. I was just interested to see what kind of accuracy and power output that it's still producing. Happy to say that accuracy is still there. Surprising pellet was the QIS in 8.48 grain. I did not expect that group out at 40 yards. Shot capacity used to be about 100, now it seems to have dropped down to about 75, but the power is still up there, accuracy is still there. I'm happy with the results, and I have no plans of getting rid of this because it's such a fantastic rifle. Also to note, I used an Arkan Zulus on top, and the 0 MOA mount is the perfect mount for this rifle. Hopefully you found this useful, and I hope to see you on some more videos soon.